Good morning, and I'm aspiring meteorologist John Bordash with you right now to give you your first discussion video of 2014. And on this first day of January, we're looking at our storm system starting to set the stage to impact our region for tomorrow night. The northern low pressure system you see right up here into the Midwest, that's what's going to be allowing for the cold air to come in with this system. Alright, this down here, the Gulf Coast low pressure, that's going to be the moisture component. Alright. Now, of course, this isn't to say that this isn't going to produce any kind of moisture. It's already producing snow. But just know that that's really going to be the cold aspect, and then the southern one, that's going to be the moist aspect, and wherever they come together, that's going to spell out snow. Now, I do think we'll be cold enough, at least during the nighttime hours, to see snow, so just a little bit of moisture in our region will produce a couple of snowflakes in the region. And wherever these two come together and strengthen, that's what's really going to drive our snow totals. Currently, across the Mid-Atlantic, we have nothing here in D.C., in Southern Maryland, Northern Virginia, really anywhere in the DMV. We're not looking at any winter weather alerts. We do have winter storm warnings, though, on up here towards New York and northern portions of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and on up towards New England. And we have winter weather advisories back towards Ohio, near Cleveland, and on over towards Chicago. Those are already in place ahead of our storm system. We have nothing yet here in Southern Maryland or in D.C., and as soon as we get something, I'll let you know. I think the most likely event for us to see would be a winter weather advisory. I don't think that we'll see a winter storm warning, which means at least 5 inches of snow, but I'll talk to you in a minute about how that may actually happen. Alright, here's the storm setup. We look at this low pressure system, transfers energy off the coast, and then go out to sea. What does that mean for us? Right now, it looks like because we're on the southern side of that, we'll mainly see light snow. Areas to the north of that, we'll see heavy snow. But here's what the models have been trending toward a little bit at least over this morning and a little bit of last night. Maybe we see the heavy snow, and so does New York and Boston. Now, I don't think we'll see heavy snow. I think we may see moderate snow, though. I think we could see at least a notable snow event. I think that the impacts, though, will be minimal. So here's my snow outlook. When I've been getting lots of questions on, I've had to revise this a lot over the past couple of days, just because we're looking at new models coming in, finally starting to pick up on certain portions of the atmosphere that they weren't really noticing before. I think the further east you head, that's where you're going to be seeing the higher totals. I think once you hit Philadelphia, you'll definitely see 4 inches. You may also see 4 inches on up towards Baltimore. I think coastal communities, this is an iffy one for you. You are further east, so therefore you do have more time with the precip. It's just going to take you longer to have that precip fill in and change over to snow. We may be looking at a snow hole setup right over Washington, right over Southern Maryland, which may lead us closer to that 1 inch, or we may not even see anything, alright? But I think that that snow hole is going to be setting up over Northern Virginia, near Washington, in this region right here. And that's why I put them in a lower category, up to maybe 1 inch with no snow south of Fredericksburg and Charlottesville. This is a very iffy forecast. It really does depend on the storm track. Now, there is a scenario where we could see 4 to 7 inches of snow. There's also a scenario where we could see 0 inches of snow. So right now, 1 to 4 inches looks the most likely for our region. But again, this is an ever-changing forecast, and this is definitely subject to change as we head through tonight. So far, we've seen our noontime runs, the North American and the American models. We haven't seen the Canadian model or the European model come in yet, and those are going to be big players, alright? So we may still be talking about snow. I think that this will be a minimal impact event. I would expect to have a full day of school for tomorrow. I don't really think tomorrow will be impacted till after about the rush hour or dinner time. But I would definitely bank on the fact that we could see delays across the region, alright? Now, here's another big thing with this storm. Here we go. So, I think the reason why this becomes so iffy is because we have such a small amount of time compared to everyone else with the moisture, alright? So, it looks like we have about a 6 to 8, maybe at most 10 hours with the precip. Alright, so right around from 6 a.m. through about 2 or maybe 4 a.m., so 6 p.m. to 2 or 4 a.m. with a precip. I think that's the best chance for anything, rain or snow, to fall out of the sky. So I think that about half of that time might be spent with us seeing rain, alright? So it's really a race to get this cold air in while we still have the moisture. I think we will definitely end as flakes. We may just not see flakes the entire time, alright? So we have a lot to look at moving forward. I'll update this again tonight. But until then, have a nice and safe one. I'll give you any watches or warnings that come through because I'm expecting to get some here today. Well, maybe not here, but definitely somewhere in the Mid-Atlantic we'll start to see some of these winter storm watches get issued. Have a nice and safe one. I'm aspiring meteorologist John Bordash giving you Southern Maryland's most accurate. I'll continue to keep you updated and I'll have a full 7-day forecast for you later on tonight.